Supervisor, tell me what we're looking at right here.
We are in the huge impact zone. It's called Coffey Park. We have somewhere between 2,000 and 2,800 residences that burnt out in this area, and this is an area of very little fire danger. Firefighters never thought they would see this. There was firefighters who told us that they saw basically cyclones of fire down here. The winds were pushing up to 80 mile an hour gusts, and it was picking up cars and tossing them. Garage doors wrapped around trees. Right here you see it burnt so hard and so fast that it dropped a second floor bathtub down onto the washer and dryer below it. I've never seen anything like this.
So how many houses were here?
Well, I'd say my estimate is 2,854 that they gave us recently. As far as the eye can see that way, as far as we can see that way, and up here to the same degree, we have at least I don't know, 20 city blocks, the equivalent of. So once again, here's another area of workforce housing.
Right, gone.
Indiscriminate fire. Fire doesn't care if you're a millionaire or just barely making by.
And everything essentially that was made of wood, including second two-story houses, was just evaporated, incinerated.
The people, I was here yesterday with my stepsister going through the rubble of her house, and everything is burnt. The coin collection is melted together, right? All the glass is melted down. There's crystals in all these areas. It's so hot that the only thing that you can see are like these little porcelain or figurines or statues, because they were actually fired to be created.
Right. And you were saying that people
crazy.
came out of their homes and they saw up in the hills just a glow coming their way.
There was reverse 911 calls and other things, so the people who actually had 20 to 30 minutes were loading up their cars, running out, honking the horn, saying, "Get out of here." There was other people who were standing on their roofs with water trying to protect their houses.
Oh.
And some of them have some of the most harrowing stories, because they realized that they were dealing with a natural disaster, not a fire that firefighters could fight.
And they just had to
houses were exploding.
get in their cars and get out.
Yeah. And so you think about the terror and others, but also the community rallied around each other and escaped. And this whole area, it was just a horror nightmare as it continued. The evacuation zone enlarged. And finally, the only thing that stopped it was running out of fuel.
And what we're looking at now, we see some people who are in. The only people who are allowed in are residents, and they're here and they're given a little bit of an opportunity to go to sift through the rubble. What comes next for the people who live out here?
Well, the crazy thing is that we have, and it's pretty efficient, the system set up over there. You come in, you have to validate that you're a resident, then you go through a line. They give you a bucket with all the materials you need to stay safe while you're out here. They come in, they validate 2 different sections that you come in. There's loudspeakers. It's almost Orwellian, like we were saying, free lunch served at noon. And they come out here and they really have about a week to go through the rubble to find things that might have survived, jewelry, rings, but realistically a lot of them are like this little rabbit statue behind us and the bear on the corner. And we're seeing now that after a couple days they're lining them up on the foundation around to try and pull them out in the coming days.
Right.
After another 5 or 6 days, they'll be able to come in, insurance providers, contractors, and others, to start for cleanup and repair.
And where are people now? Where did most of the residents go?
Every bit of housing, what we've seen that is also amazing in our community is that people have created a share network. So folks are extra rooms and other things, providing spots, bringing in people, doing interviews. And our nonprofit and other communities have rallied to provide that support, to infill, to use any vacant space possible.
And are you finding that the federal government and the local government and the state government are working together, and that there's enough information for people to know what to do?
Here's the crazy thing, is at a crisis, you find some of the most innovative things you could see. We have something called the Local Assistance Center over here on Mendocino Avenue. We have 51 agencies in one building, doing some of the most innovative and streamlined approaches that we've ever seen. In a way, it's like the epitome of creativity and innovation and streamlining of government. What we're going to do, and it's tough to even think about this while people are still pulling out of the rubble, but we're going to take all those lessons learned and try and find a way that it's a case study for the future of governance.
So people are looking forward.
Yep. And actually some of the most amazing resilience and camaraderie I've ever seen.